Okay, so students, let us continue the topic. So last class, what we have completed? Yeah, atomic mass over, no? Okay, molecular mass has to start, right? So atomic mass, gram atomic mass over, no? Okay, atomic mass and gram atomic mass over. Let us continue topic. Molecular mass, gram molecular mass. Molecular mass and gram molecular mass. Molecular mass and gram molecular mass. Right. So what is molecular mass? And later we will discuss about gram molecular mass. Let's see first what is molecular mass. So it is just like atomic mass. Molecular mass also similar definition we have. Molecular mass is equals to it is mass of average mass of kinetic, average mass of one molecule of compound. So average mass of one molecule of compound, it is divided by 1/12th mass of carbon 12 isotope. So this 1/12th mass of carbon 12 isotope is equals to 1 AMU. So already we have studied in last class, which is equals to 1 AMU. Yes, 1 AMU. So therefore, then how do you define molecular mass or molecular weight? So molecular mass is nothing but it is the ratio. No? It is the ratio of what? Average mass of one molecule. So the ratio of average mass of one molecule of compound to the 1/12th mass of C12 isotope is called molecular mass. Right. So this is the definition of molecular mass. Then now similarly, what is the unit of molecular mass? So it has no unit. Like similar to atomic mass, molecular mass also has no unit. So therefore, it has no units. Why it has no units? Because it is a relative value or comparison value. We are comparing with 1 AMU. So therefore, the reason is it has no unit because it is a comparison value or relative value. Yes, it is a relative value. Right. Next, let us see one example. Example is, let us take oxygen molecule, O2 molecule. Tell me, O2 molecule, what is the molecular mass of O2? So molecular mass of oxygen is 32. Molecular mass of oxygen is 32. What is 32? 32, is it grams or kilograms or what? Milligrams. It is just 32. Okay. So what is the meaning of this? The molecular mass of oxygen is 32. It means oxygen molecule is how many times heavier than 1 AMU? 32 times. So it means oxygen molecule is 32 times heavier than 1 AMU, then 1/12th mass of C12 isotope. Therefore, can I take it is a 32 AMU? Because it is 32 times heavier than 1 AMU, therefore it is 32 AMU. So therefore, it means, write clearly, it means oxygen molecule is 32 times heavier than 1 AMU or 1/12th mass of C12 isotope. So therefore it is 32 AMU. Right. Next, Then all right, so here oxygen molecule is 32 mu. Then how do you calculate molecular masses of any compound or molecule? So molecular masses can be calculated by adding the atomic masses of individual atoms, right? So therefore take one more important point. Molecular masses can be calculated by adding the atomic masses of individual atoms. So by adding the atomic masses of individual atoms, we can get a molecular mass. Okay, let us take for example, take H2O. Okay, H2O is a molecule. Then what is its molecular mass? Here, how many hydrogen? 18. Yes, 18. How many hydrogen here? There are 2 hydrogen. Therefore, the number of hydrogens are 2 in 2. Then what is the atomic mass of one hydrogen? 1. 16. So 2 into 1 plus there is a 1 oxygen, 1 into. Then what is the atomic mass of one oxygen? 16. Then 16 plus 2 is 18. So what is 18? It is just 18 AMU, atomic mass unit. This atomic mass unit is not a unit. It is what? It is comparison value. We are comparing with 1 AMU, right? Therefore the molecular mass of oxygen is 18. Similarly, take ammonia. Calculate its molecular mass. Nitrogen, there is a 17. 1 nitrogen, 1 plus 14 atomic mass. Next there are 3 hydrogen into atomic mass is 1. Therefore 17 AMU, atomic mass unit. Okay, students, do you remember? Then how do you convert AMU into grams or kilograms? How do you convert? So take this note. How do you convert AMU into gram? Yes, 1 AMU is equals to 1.66 into 10 power minus 24 grams. Yeah, 1 AMU is equals to 1.66 into 10 power minus 27 kilogram. So therefore, if it is 18 AMU, you want in grams, then multiply with this, right? Therefore, tell me what is the mass of the hydrogen? That is molecular mass of hydrogen in grams. So molecular mass of hydrogen in grams, how much it is? 18 into 1.66 into 10 power minus 24 grams. It is in grams. In kilograms, multiply with 27. That is minus 27. Okay, so like that you can convert AMU into grams and kilograms. Okay, so take one question. Right done. Calculate the molecular mass of following compounds. Calculate the molecular mass of following compounds. Okay, 1 H2SO4, 2 HNO3, 3 CuSO4, 5 H2O, 6 Al2SO4 twice, 4 5 K2SO4 6, H2C2O4, 7, C6, H12O6, C12, H22O11, 9, it's 2H2O. It is 2H2O here. 9, FeS4, ferrous sulfate, ammonium sulfate, 6H2O. It is also called Mohs salt, ferrous ammonium sulfate. 10. NaCl. So calculate the molecular mass of these compounds. First one, H2SO4. It is 98. 98. Next is 63. Next. So next is here copper sulfate. No, copper. Yeah, copper is 63.5 plus copper. Then sulfur. Sulfur is 32 plus oxygen. There are 4 oxygen. 64
plus 5 18.
Okay, plus here there are 518. It means 5 into 18 because there are 5 water molecules. Okay, so which is equals to, you will get answer.
Aluminium 20.
Like similarly aluminium 27. Aluminium 27, but there are 2 aluminium. 2 into 27. Next sulfur. There are how many sulfur? 3 sulfur. Okay, it means 3 into 32 plus how many oxygen? How many oxygen are there? 4 3s are 12 oxygen. So therefore 12 into 16. Okay, so just add, you will get answer. So like this we do it remaining. Calculate.
39.
Yes.
Sulfur 16.
Okay.
32.
Yes, do it. Okay. So calculate the molecular mass of remaining all. Okay, so over now. Next, gram molecular mass. Gram molecular mass. Gram molecular mass. So what is gram molecular mass? So gram molecular mass is if the molecular mass of any compound or molecular mass of any substance is expressed in grams, like atomic mass, gram atomic mass. So what is the atomic mass, gram atomic mass? Difference is gram atomic mass nothing but if atomic mass of any element or any atom is expressed in grams. If atomic mass expressed in grams is called gram atomic mass. Similarly, if the molecular mass is expressed in grams is called gram molecular mass. Therefore, gram molecular mass is if molecular mass expressed in grams. Right. If molecular mass is expressed in grams, called gram molecular mass. Right. For example, tell me, what is the molecular mass of water?
18.
Molecular mass of H2O
18.
is 18 AMU, you know.
Yes, sir.
AMU is not a unit, it is comparison value. Yes. So molecular mass of water is 18. Therefore, tell me, what is its gram molecular mass? Is equals to 18 grams. Therefore, 18 gram is a gram molecular mass. Right. Similarly, molecular mass of CO2, carbon dioxide. Tell me, what is the molecular mass of CO2? Carbon is 12. There are 2 oxygen. 2 oxygen 32. Okay, 12 plus 32?
12 plus 32.
44. 44 AMU. So what is 44 AMU? Its molecular mass. Molecular mass is 44 AMU. Then what is the gram molecular mass? So gram molecular mass is equals to 44 grams. Okay. So like that you can write gram molecular mass. Gram molecular mass also be called gram molecular weight. So therefore you can take gram molecular mass is equals to gram molecular weight also. Gram molecular weight. Right. Both are approximately equal only. Right. So therefore gram molecular mass equal to gram molecular weight.
Equivalent.
Right. Next is equivalent mass. Okay. This is most important. Equivalent mass. Students, this is, you might have not studied even at PU level thoroughly, but it is very much important as concerned NEET and JEE. Objective point of view, very much important, and many problems comes based on directly related to this equivalent mass. Okay, then let us see what is equivalent mass. So equivalent mass is, the definition is like this: the number of parts by mass of substance which combine or replace the 1.008 parts of hydrogen or 8 parts of oxygen or 35.5 parts of chlorine is called equivalent mass. Okay, so definition, we first take the definition. The number of parts by mass, the number of parts by mass of the number of parts in bracket by mass of an element combine or displace the 1.008 parts hydrogen or 8 parts oxygen or 35.5 parts chlorine or 108 parts silver, called equivalent mass. Right. First try to understand the definition. I will go easy method later. Right, here equivalent mass is the number of parts by, it should be by mass, the number of parts by mass of an element, of any element which combine or displace the 1.008 parts of hydrogen, or else you can take one part of hydrogen, or which combine or displace the 8 parts of oxygen, or 35.5 parts of chlorine, or 108 parts of silver, then that is called equivalent mass. For example, take one simple example, sodium. 23 parts of sodium, 23 parts of sodium combines with 35.5 parts of chlorine. Right. So it means 23 parts of sodium is combining with how many parts? 35.5 parts of, sorry, 23 parts of sodium combining with 35.5 parts of what? Chlorine. Therefore, this 23 parts of sodium is called equivalent mass, because anything which combines with what? 1 part of hydrogen, or 23, yeah, 35.5 parts of chlorine, 8 parts of oxygen, or even 108 parts of what? Silver. Then that part is nothing but equivalent mass. Okay, so here 23 parts of sodium is combining with how many parts of?
35.5.
Yes, 35.5 parts of chlorine. Therefore, this 23 is a equivalent mass of sodium. So therefore, here 23 is what? Equivalent mass of sodium, like this. Okay. Next, one more example is, take magnesium. Okay, magnesium. Here now here 12 grams of magnesium, right? So it is a 12 gram, another 12 parts you can take. 12 parts of magnesium is, yeah, displace it, combine with 8 parts of oxygen. Okay, combine with 8 parts of oxygen, right? So therefore 12 parts of magnesium Mg, it is combining with 8 parts of oxygen. It means, so that means what is the 12 part is? 12 is a equivalent mass of magnesium. No, equivalent mass of oxygen is fixed, 8 only. But this 8 part oxygen combining with 12 parts of magnesium, therefore 12 part is a equivalent mass. Right? Therefore, in short form, you remember, equivalent mass is equivalent mass of hydrogen. It is fixed. Equivalent masses, first hydrogen, it is fixed 1.008. You can take approximately 1. Therefore, what is the equivalent mass of hydrogen? 1. It is, you have to remember it. Next, what is the equivalent mass of oxygen? 8. Okay, what is the equivalent mass of
Chlorine.
chlorine? 35.5. Then what is the equivalent mass of silver? 108. Then here, what are the units here? All are comparison value. Okay, relative values, because here 1 part combining with how many parts? It's comparison. 8 part combining with how many parts? Therefore, all are relative value, comparison value. Therefore, no units. Yes, dimensionless. It has no units. Right? Like similar to atomic mass, molecular mass, equivalent mass also has no unit. So therefore, here you need to remember equivalent mass of these 4: hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, silver. So equivalent mass of these 4 compounds are given respectively. Now question is this: X element, take any X element. X element, right? X element Yeah, combines with something oxygen. Take oxygen only. Right, X element combining with oxygen, but here is mass is, let us take X element mass is, it is something 24. 24 grams of X. Right, 24 grams of X is combining with 16 grams of oxygen.
Sir, grams.
You can take grams. I have, instead of part I have taken gram. Okay. Tell me now, 24 grams of X combining with 16 grams of oxygen. Then tell me, what is the equivalent mass of X? 12. How?
Sir, half. Sir.
We need to understand that what is equivalent mass? Equivalent mass is nothing but, so 8 grams of oxygen combining with how many grams of X? Here 24 grams of X is equals to 16 grams of oxygen. But equivalent mass equal to what?
Half. Sir.
Equivalent mass equal to 8 grams.
8 grams. So
Because 8 gram is a equivalent mass.
So 12.
Yes, 8 grams of oxygen is combining with dash grams of X.
If your measurement mass of X is equal to 12.
Yes, so therefore, no, how it is? 8 into this. 8 into 24 divided by 16. It is 1 it is 2 it is 12. Okay, 12. Yes. Like this you can calculate. Okay, so it is equivalent mass. Now we have equivalent volume also. We study equivalent volume also. Let's see equivalent volume. Okay, then now we have studied that equivalent mass. Fine. Okay. Come on, tell me. Hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine. Right. Hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine. So their equivalent mass. What is the equivalent mass of hydrogen? Approximately 1. Okay. What is the equivalent mass of oxygen? 8. It is 35.5. Right? But now hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, these three are the gases. Hydrogen is a gas, oxygen is a gas, even chlorine also gas. For gases, what is the measurable property? Volume. So therefore, the measurable property for gases is volume. Hence, we can also calculate equivalent volume. Equivalent volume. Then what is the equivalent volume of hydrogen? So the equivalent volume of hydrogen is 11.2 liters. Important. 11.2 liters. So why this is we study later in mole concept. But time being, remember, it is 11.2 liters or 11,200 milliliters. Next, what is the equivalent volume of oxygen? 5.6 liters. It is 5,600 milliliters. Next, chlorine, it is similar to oxygen, 11.2 liters or 11,200 ml. Okay. So these three are the equivalent volumes. Okay, one question is like this. Take one question. Question is 46 grams of sodium, 46 grams of sodium combines with 22,400 ml of chlorine to form a NaCl. 46 grams of sodium combines with 22,400 ml of chlorine to form NaCl. Calculate the equivalent mass of sodium. We need to calculate equivalent mass of sodium because the equivalent mass of chlorine we know, What is the equivalent mass of chlorine?
MS.
No, equivalent mass of chlorine is 35.5. What is the equivalent volume? 11,200 ml. Okay. Now, come on, tell me. We know that 46 grams of sodium and given volume. But we know that sodium and chlorine. Tell me, how many grams? How many ml of sodium given? 46 grams. So chlorine given how many ml? 22,400 ml given. Okay, but this is volume, no? Now what is the equivalent volume of chlorine? 11,200 ml, right? See, 22,400 ml equal to 46, no? Then 11,200 ml equal to how much? Because 11,200 ml equal to equivalent volume. This equivalent volume must be equal to equivalent mass. Therefore, you cross multiply, you'll get answer. Yeah, you can get directly. 23 you can get directly. If it is so simple one, all right. If they give something unknown element, then you have to calculate. Okay, so this is equivalent mass. Then similar to atomic mass, molecular mass, equivalent mass also has no unit. Right, it is a relative property. Therefore, we use gram equivalent mass. Next, right? Gram equivalent mass. What is the gram equivalent mass? If the equivalent mass of any element expressed in grams, called gram equivalent mass. If the equivalent mass of any element expressed in grams. So if the equivalent mass of any element expressed in grams called gram equivalent mass, right? So it is called gram equivalent mass. For example, tell me, what is the equivalent mass of hydrogen?
1.00.
Equivalent mass of hydrogen is equals to, I'll take 1, approximately 1, but exactly 1.0081. Therefore, what is its gram equivalent mass?
1 gram.
1 gram. That's it. Similarly, equivalent mass of oxygen 8. What is the
8
gram equivalent mass? Is equals to 8 grams. Okay, so like that, equivalent mass of chlorine is 35.5. What is the gram equivalent mass? 35.5 grams. Like you can write equivalent mass. Okay. Then next, let us see what is the simple formula to calculate the equivalent mass of any element? So that is, let us calculate calculation of equivalent mass. Calculation of equivalent mass. Let us take first is element. Okay, element. Next we calculate acids. Next bases. Next salt. Next oxidizing agent and reducing agents. Therefore, we have calculation of equivalent mass in these compounds. First is element, second one acid, bases, salts and oxidizing reducing agent. Let's say first is element. So most of the time you will get oxidizing, that is equivalent mass of element is very commonly. Okay, then how do you calculate equivalent mass of element? So in element, equivalent mass of an element is equals to equivalent mass of an element equal to, it is a atomic mass of an element divided by valency. Simple formula.
So this will be in the redox reaction.
Yes, it is there in redox reaction also. It is related to redox reaction topic. Yes. So equivalent mass of any element is equals to atomic mass divided by its valency. Okay. Then let's see equivalent masses of some important elements. So electrochemistry we have studied. I'll write here equivalent mass of some important element. Take element, second column atomic mass, okay, third column valency, fourth column equivalent mass. Take here equivalent volume also for only some important gases, that is we have 3 gases. Come on, tell me. Okay, I'll write again same element, first 4 elements, that is hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine. Come on, tell me. Hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine. What is atomic mass of hydrogen? 1. Atomic mass of oxygen? 16. Atomic mass of chlorine? 35.5. Sorry, 35.5. Then valency, it is 1. Valency of oxygen is 2. Valency of chlorine is 1. Therefore, what is the equivalent mass? It is 1, it is 8, it is 35.5. Then equivalent volume it is. Equivalent volume. So equivalent volume we use for only 3 elements: hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine.
1.2 liters.
So therefore,
11.2 liters.
yes, it is 11.2 liters. Oxygen is 5.6 liters.
And again say
Next 11.2 liters only. Therefore here equivalent volume we use for only 3 elements. That's what I remember, these 3 elements very important. Particularly we will get in electrochemistry and mole concept also. Right. Next I will write some more element: sodium, magnesium, calcium, aluminium, copper, zinc, silver. Okay. Come on, tell me their atomic masses.
sodium.
So last class I had an atomic mass also. 23,
27,
no, it is 24.
24.
Calcium 40, aluminium 27, copper 3.5, zinc 65.3. It is 108. Okay. Now tell me sodium, it is 23 now. it is equivalent. Now what is valency? It is 1. Na plus now. Mg plus 2. 2. Ca plus 2. 2. Aluminum plus 3. It is 3. Copper plus 2. It is 2. Zinc plus 2. 2. Silver plus 1. 1. Their valencies. Now can you write
Yes, sir.
equivalent volume, equivalent weights or equivalent mass? Write down.
Sodium 23 only, sir.
Sodium 23 only.
Magnesium 12.
Okay.
Calcium 20.
Okay.
Aluminium 9.
Okay.
Copper, sir. Copper की वैल्यू decimal. Sir 31 point something. 31 point something.
Okay. So it is 23 now.
Yes, sir.
23. This is 12. It is 20.
9.
It is 9.
31 point something.
63.5 divided by 2. 31.75
Something.
approximately. Take this is 32.75 approximately. This is 108.
Equivalent, sir.
That is equivalent masses. So in this way you can calculate the equivalent mass of any element. So yeah, atomic masses you know it now. Yeah, you remember the valencies, right? So valencies can be remembered easily. And atomic mass, valency. Atomic mass divided by valency will get equivalent mass. Okay. So this is how you can calculate equivalent mass. Fine. Next is calculation of equivalent mass in acids, bases, salts. Let us see first acid. Next, calculation of equivalent mass acids. Right. Then how do you calculate equivalent mass acids? So that is equivalent mass is equals to, it is a molecular mass of acid, molecular mass of acid divided by basicity. For acids we take basicity, for bases we take acidity. It is opposite, right? So therefore equivalent mass of any acid is equals to molecular mass of acid divided by basicity. So first of all you should know what is the basicity. So basicity is the number of replaceable hydrogens present in the molecule, present in the acid, or number of replaceable H plus ion. So therefore number of replaceable H plus ions present in acid, right? So the number of replaceable H plus ions present in acid is called basicity. Okay, for example, take HCl, H2SO4, HNO3, right, CH3, COOH, okay, and take H3, PO4, H3, PO3, H3, PO2. Come on, tell me. So here, how many replaceable hydrogens in HCl? One will know, because HCl gives H plus plus Cl minus.
Directly 36 point.
Yeah. So therefore, what is the basicity? Is 1.
36.5.
Yeah. Okay. First, let us calculate basicity first. So basicity is equals to 1. Because HCl produces one H plus ion, there is only one replaceable H plus. Next, sulfuric acid. It gives 2H plus plus SO4 minus 2. Therefore, number of replaceable hydrogens are 2. Next, HNO3. It is number of replaceable hydrogen 1. It is also 1. No. That is wrong. CH3 COH. No. It gives CH3 CO minus plus H plus. No. These 3 hydrogens are not replaceable hydrogens.
Okay.
This is the only replaceable hydrogen. Therefore, its basicity is equals to 1. Next, H3PO4. It is orthophosphoric acid, which gives PO4 minus 3 plus 3H plus. So therefore, replaceable hydrogens are 3. Then important is these 2. How many replaceable hydrogen present in H3PO3? It is called orthophosphorus acid. So it is only 2. This is only 1. Even though there are 3 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen, 3, but 3, 2, 1. It is depends on structure. You have studied in 16th group element. So P block, the structure of the first one is this. It is H3PO4, orthophosphoric acid. In orthophosphoric acid, there are 3 hydrogen which is attached to OH, that is OO. So if the hydrogen is present on O, hydrogen attached to OO, it is replaceable. Whereas if hydrogen directly attached to phosphorus, that is not replaceable. Let's take second one, P double bond O. It is POH, POH, H. This is a H3PO3. In H3PO3, there are 2 OH, which is replaceable hydrogen. But this is not a replaceable hydrogen. Important. This H is not a replaceable. Why? This hydrogen is directly attached to phosphorus, which is not replaceable. Therefore, what is the basicity? 1, 2. Next, let us take third one is
Only one H.
there is only one
OH.
OH.
Only
Right.
one H.
So only one,
That will be replaceable.
this is only replaceable, and remaining 2 hydrogens are not replaceable. Therefore, basicity is equals to this 3, it is 2, this is only 1. Right. So that's what 2, 1. Now let us calculate the equivalent mass. Then now I want equivalent mass of HCl. Come on, tell me.
36.5.
Now equivalent mass of HCl is equals to molecular mass of acid. What is the molecular mass of hydrochloric acid? It is a 1 plus 35.5 divided by 1. Why 1? HCl base is equal to 1. It is a 36.5 answer.
So for 49,000.
So this is second one. Let's see equivalent mass of sulfuric acid H2SO4 is equals to its molecular mass 98 you will get divided by 2 49. So like that you can calculate remaining, you can calculate remaining all. Okay, next
Sorry, acids.
there is in bases. Next, right, equivalent mass of bases. equivalent mass of base. Right. So what is the formula to calculate equivalent mass of base? In case of base, equivalent mass is equals to molecular mass
of base
divided
by acidity.
Base divided by acidity. In bases we take acidity. Right. So equivalent mass of base is equals to molecular mass of the base divided by acidity. Okay. Come on, tell me. Again here important is what is acidity. You have to
Number of
remember, you understand. Yeah. Here number of replaceable.
iron
Yeah. What? In case of acid,
replaceable.
number of replaceable H plus ions. But here is what?
Adding of
Number of replaceable OH minus ions. Right. So therefore here acidity is number of replaceable OH minus ions. So the number of replaceable OH minus ions called acidity. Right. For example, NaOH, KOH, MgOH twice, calcium hydroxide, aluminium hydroxide, chromic hydroxide, ferrous hydroxide, ferric hydroxide, etc. Tell me, calculate the acidity. So what is the acidity here? 1. Why 1?
only one.
There is only one OH which is replaceable. Next here also 1. Next there are 2 OH, 2. Here is 2. Here is 3 OH replaceable. Chromic hydroxide 3. Ferrous hydroxide 2. Ferric is 3. Yes. So there is no exception here. It is just number of OH groups present in the base called acidity. Okay. Then now if you know the acidity, it is easy to calculate the equivalent mass. So therefore, can you calculate equivalent mass of all this? Calculate. Let's see equivalent mass of NaOH first. NaOH equal to, what is the molecular mass of NaOH? Na is 23, oxygen 16, hydrogen 1. 23 plus 16 plus 1, it is 40. 40 divided by 1, it is 40. Next, similarly, KOH, potassium 39 plus 140, 40 plus 16, 56 divided by 1 is equals to 56. Like that you can calculate the equivalent. Yes.
57 reaction.
No. Magnesium, first magnesium. Calculate the equivalent mass of all. Okay. So in this I can calculate equivalent mass of base. Next, equivalent mass of salt. Equivalent mass of salt. Come on, tell me. So equivalent mass of salt is equals to equivalent mass of salt equal to molecular mass of salt it is divided by what? It may be total negative charge or total positive charge. Yeah, it may be total negative charge. Tell me. Valency, nothing but negative positive charge. Total negative charge or total positive charges. Okay. Now let's see NaCl. MgCl2, KCl, AlCl3. Okay. Come on, tell me, what is the equivalent mass of NaCl? So Na is 23, its atomic mass. Chlorine 35.5. It is 23 plus 35.5. 58.5. 58.5 divided by. Come on, tell me, what is the total positive charge or what are not negative charge? Total. How come 3? Sodium is plus 1, Cl is minus 1. Why 2? No, that's what. We should take either negative or positive. Total negative or total positive. Both are equal, no? If total negative is, negative is 1, positive also 1. Take any one. Either total negative or total positive, because both are equal. So therefore, it should be 1. Like similarly, take this chlorine. Its equivalent mass. Aluminium is 27. Chlorine, it is a 3 into 35.5 divided by. Then what is the total negative or total positive charge? Yeah, let it be. That calculate later. I want total positive or negative charge. What? Yeah. Tell me, aluminium is plus 3, no? Plus 3. And 1 chlorine is minus 1. There are how many chlorine? 3 chlorine. 3 chlorine minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. It become minus 3. Or it is plus 3. So therefore, any one you can take, I will take 3. So like that you can calculate equivalent mass of salt also. Next, finally, equivalent mass of oxidizing and reducing agent.
Last topic.
Yeah. Next, equivalent mass of oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Okay. Do you know what is oxidizing agent? What is reducing agent? Oxidizing agent itself undergo reduction. It is opposite. Reducing agent itself undergo oxidation. Right? So therefore, oxidizing agent itself undergo reduction. Right? So reducing agent itself undergo oxidation. So therefore, now here you want equivalent mass. Equivalent mass of oxidizing agent or reducing agent is equals to, it is again similar same formula, molecular mass of oxidizing agent or reducing agent. Molecular mass of oxidizing or reducing agent divided by loss of electrons by 1 mole of compound or gain of electron by 1 mole of compound. So therefore, this is same molecular mass of the molecular mass of oxidizing reducing agent. It is divided by loss of electron by 1 mole of compound or gain of electron by 1 mole of compound. So this is you need to understand. Okay. So this is also called generally N factor. N factor, small n. N factor is valency. N factor or valency. Therefore, this n factor can be used for even acidity, basicity, valency. For all the terms we can use n factor. So it is nothing but loss of electron, gain of electron, that is n factor. So therefore, now if you want to write the overall general formula for equivalent mass, can we write equivalent mass of any compound, or it may be acid, base or compound, element, whatever it is, molecular mass, yes, divided by n factor. Take this is the general formula for all compounds. So therefore, equivalent mass is equals to molecular mass divided by n factor. Where what is n factor? It may be valency, it may be acidity, it may be basicity, it may be number of positive, number of negative charge, or it may be loss of electron, it may be gain of electrons. So therefore, molecular mass divided by n factor will get equivalent mass. Okay? Yes, in case of element it is valency. Yes, yes. For salt, number of total, not ions, total positive charge or total negative charge, not ions. Okay. Now let's see important oxidizing agents. So you have studied oxidizing reducing agents. Here I don't want to discuss what is oxidizing reducing agent. We are focusing only how to calculate equivalent mass. Okay, let's see that only. Now here oxidizing agents, some important oxidizing agents which is very commonly used in chemistry. 1. K2Cr2O7 potassium dichromate in acidic medium H+. It is one of the strong oxidizing agent. Next 2. KMnO4 potassium permanganate, this is also H+, acidic medium. Next 3. KMnO4 in neutral medium, or else you can take it is a slightly alkaline medium, neutral or slightly alkaline medium. So this is a good oxidizing agent. 4th one, KMnO4 potassium permanganate can also be act as an oxidizing agent in strong alkaline medium. No, oxidizing agent. Potassium dichromate, potassium permanganate are oxidizing agents. Right? It is also oxidizing agent. 5. It is a potassium permanganate. Now I will take barium permanganate. Barium permanganate is BaMnO4 twice. You can take acidic medium. Next, 6th one is barium permanganate 2, neutral medium. 6, 7, barium permanganate you can take in strong alkaline medium. Next, 8, let us take aluminium permanganate can also be taken. This is 3, take alkaline acidic medium. Next, 9, aluminium permanganate, it is 3, neutral medium. 10, aluminium permanganate, strong alkaline medium. You can write OH minus also. be written. Okay. Then how to calculate their equivalent weights or equivalent mass in these different mediums. So here, to understand equivalent mass, to calculate equivalent mass, you need to understand first its ionic equation. Okay, so K2Cr2, listen, K2Cr2O7 acidic medium, its ionic equation is K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium. So its ionic equation is this, Cr2O7 minus 2, right? There are 7 oxygen. So there are 7 oxygen. To remove 7 oxygen, we should write 14H plus as a water plus 6 electron required. It become 2 chromium. It gives 2 Cr plus 3. Then 7 oxygen, 14 hydrogen. It become 7 water molecule. This ionic equation you must remember. Even it is, yes, I'll explain. Even it is important for redox reaction, balanced redox reaction. See, it is how it is. See, Cr2O7 minus 2. It is a dichromate ion. Now we have taken 14H plus because 7 oxygen, 14H plus. It forms 7 water. Okay. So therefore this is removed, and it required 6 electron. Okay, for balancing electron, 6 electron must be added so that this reaction will be balanced. So therefore, now tell me its equivalent mass now. Equivalent mass of Cr2O7 dichromate ion is equals to, come on, tell me its molecular mass. Take M. I'll take molecular mass is M and divided by N factor, no? N factor. So M by N factor. So therefore here, what is the M we have to calculate now? K2Cr2O7, or else you can take directly K2Cr2O7. So molecular mass of K2Cr2O7 you can calculate 2 potassium, 2 chromium, 7 oxygen. Let us take that is M. Now tell me what is N factor? Number of electron gain or number of electron lost? So it is number of electron gaining, no. How many electrons are gaining? 6. Therefore M by 6 is the molecular equivalent mass of potassium dichromate, where N factor is 6. Okay.